Hello and welcome back to day number 147. My name is Mary, and today's story's title is The Starvation Ends. After a time, the lepers said to one another, "We do wrong by not telling this good news in the city. If they find it out, they will blame us for not letting them know, and we may lose our lives on account of it." So they went up to the gate, called the men on guard, and told them how they had found the camp of the Syrians with its tents standing, horses tied, but not a man left. The men on guard told the king's palace, but the king, when he heard it, thought it was a trick of the Syrians to hide themselves and draw the men out of the city so they might take it. The king sent out two men with horses and chariots, and they found that not only had the camp been left, but the road down the mountains to the river Jordan was covered with garments, arms, and treasures that the Syrians had thrown away in their wild flight. The news soon spread through the city of Samaria, and in a few hours all the city was at the gate. When the food was brought in from the camp, there was plenty for all the people. And as Elisha had said, a peck of grain and two pecks of barley were sold for 60 cents in the gate of Samaria by noon of that day. The king chose the noble who had laughed at Elisha to be in charge of the gate. So he saw with his own eyes what the prophet had foretold, but he did not eat any of it himself because the huge starvation crowd knocked him down and killed him in the rush to get to the food. Now the king and all Samaria knew Elisha had indeed spoken the word of the Lord. We have seen how different Elijah was from Elisha. Elijah lived alone in the wilderness, never coming before kings except to tell them of their evil deeds and warn them of punishment. But Elisha lived in the city, at times in the capital, often sent helpful messages to the king, and seemed to be his friend. Both these men were needed, one to destroy the evil in the land, and the other to build up the good. And that was the word of the Lord. Now it is time to say the discussion questions. Number one, what happened to the men who did not believe the prophet? What happened to the men who did not believe the prophet? Number two, what did this show the people? What did this show the people? Number three, what was different about Elijah and Elisha? Did God use them both? Number three and last has two parts to it. The first part, what was different about Elijah and Elisha? Did God use them both? And that's the end of our day number 147. Thank you again for attending another beautiful and interesting story with me. So may God bless us all until next time. Thank you for being there. Bye bye for now.